special report.
I'm Diane Macedo. We're coming on the air with breaking news. Republican Congressman George Santos is now in custody after turning himself in on federal criminal charges. Unsealed court filings show he's facing 13 counts in total, stemming from wire fraud, money laundering, theft of public funds, and making false statements. The U.S. attorney on the case says in a statement, taken together, the allegations in the indictment charge Santos with relying on repeated dishonesty and deception to ascend to the halls of Congress and enrich himself. Senior investigative reporter Aaron Katersky is here with the details. Aaron, walk us through these charges and what they mean for Santos.
Congressman Santos turned himself in just moments ago. He has now been placed under arrest at the federal courthouse in Central Islip on Long Island in the New York suburbs. And the criminal indictment outlines 3 distinct schemes that Santos allegedly used, as the U.S. Attorney Breon Peace says, to ascend to the halls of Congress. The indictment charges him with, at the height of the pandemic, taking unemployment benefits that were meant to help people who needed it during the COVID-19 pandemic and using it for himself. The indictment also charges him with recruiting donors for his campaign and using those campaign funds for his personal use. The money that was supposed to go for his election to Congress actually went into his personal piggy bank, according to federal prosecutors. And finally, the federal charges accuse Santos of making false statements to the House of Representatives about the source of his income, about money that he received coming in and going out. And so all told, they say that this is the height of deception by a sitting U.S. congressman who has now been placed under arrest.
And I want to bring in our senior congressional correspondent, Rachel Scott, for more on the repercussions here. Rachel, Santos has been facing accusations for quite a while now. What does this mean for his future in Congress, for him now to be federally charged?
Well, Diane, Congressman George Santos has been accused of fabricating almost every single detail of his life, from his resume to his background. And while he has been under scrutiny for those allegations, it is the focus of this investigation on the money, about how he possibly misused and illegally used his campaign finances that could land him in even more legal jeopardy here, where he could currently face up to 20 years in prison on the 13 counts that federal prosecutors are moving forward with. We know that Santos, for his part, has been defiant through it all. We have had the opportunity to press him multiple times about many of these allegations back on Capitol Hill in the halls of Congress. He has told me repeatedly that he will not step down, that he will not resign. It remains unclear how he will plead when he enters the courtroom in just a few hours, but we do know that he has launched his re-election campaign. One thing that is very notable here is that even if Santos is convicted, he could still continue as a member of Congress. It would take 2/3 of a majority vote in the House in order to remove him from office. And as we know right now, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, even in the face of these charges, has stood beside Congressman Santos. He says that he's waiting to see how this all plays out in the courts, but you can certainly expect pressure to grow on the Republican congressman to step down and resign, Diane.
And I want to go to Chief Washington correspondent Jonathan Karl for more. John, big picture, what's the impact here to have a congressman now federally charged?
Well, first of all, these are serious charges. This is not a run-of-the-mill indictment. One that stands out to me, in addition to the campaign finance charges, the charges of effectively money laundering, are the allegations that he effectively stole money through the unemployment system, the extension of unemployment benefits during the pandemic, that he was getting these benefits, asserting each and every week that he was unemployed when he was actually drawing a salary at one point from his company in Florida and another point from his campaign. He was doing this while he was running for Congress. So these are serious charges. There'll be immense pressure on the Republican leadership to do something about this. Santos has already been stripped of his committee assignments. The question is, will Congress act to do the vote that Rachel referred to, a vote to expel him from Congress? I would not think that that is off the table. Certainly, I believe that would happen if he were actually convicted of these charges, but I think there'll be pressure to do it even with this indictment. One big factor here, though, is the size of the Republican majority. One reason why Kevin McCarthy has stood by Santos through all of this so far, there it's only a 5-seat Republican majority. Every seat really matters in this Congress. And in many ways, Kevin McCarthy can't afford to lose a single seat. But again, that said, these are extremely serious charges against Congressman Santos.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube channel. And download the ABC7 Los Angeles streaming app on Fire TV, Android TV, Apple TV, and Roku to watch on your TV.